Emma Raducanu will make her Wuhan Open debut next week. Emma Raducanu has learned her fate in the Wuhan Open draw, and she's landed in the same section as Jessica Pegula. Raducanu blew 3 match points against the world number 7 at the China Open in Beijing earlier this week, and she could well have a shot at revenge in the third round of next week's WTA 1000 in Wuhan. First, Raducanu will have to overcome another familiar opponent in Ann Lee, the American world number 47, whom she beat earlier this year in Eastbourne. The British number 1 is set to make her tournament debut in Wuhan next week. Unlike the WTA 1000 in Beijing, the Wuhan event has a much smaller draw, meaning that Raducanu is not seeded. The former US Open champion has been drawn to face Lee in the first round. If she advances to round 2, Raducanu will face a tough test against either number 9 seed Ekaterina Alexandrova or Canadian Open champion Victoria Mboko. And the third round could well be a rematch with Pegula, who is seeded 6th in Wuhan. Raducanu looked sublime for a set and a half when she faced the American at the China Open earlier this week, but she blew 3 match points in the second set tiebreak and then collapsed as Pegula raced through the decider, winning 3-6, 7-6, 9, 6-0. It's the second time in a row that Raducanu has squandered match points in defeat. She also blew 3 match points against Barbara Krejcikova at last month's Korea Open. The world number 32 will hope to learn from her recent mistakes as she begins her Wuhan Open campaign next week. Raducanu has already been practicing on site and will likely face Lee on Monday or Tuesday. If she can go further in the draw, number 4 seed Amanda Anisimova is a potential quarter-final opponent. Raducanu and Anisimova are good friends off the court, and the American has been on a tear in recent months. Anisimova reached back-to-back Grand Slam finals at Wimbledon and the US Open over the summer, and she's now through to the China Open final, sealing a statement 6-1, 6-2 victory over Coco. Golf on Saturday, the Wuhan Open will be a prime opportunity for Raducanu to add some extra points to her ranking and boost her chances of being seeded at next year's Australian Open.